Right now, you're watching tcbents. Keep it locked.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Shimmy Choo. We're not done with the interview. Shout out to tcbents. We out of here. London. Love.
Now we stay strong. Shout out to Ito Memo Futuro, they show me love. When I had nobody there, Pocket showed it too. The camera, them niggas for real. Celine purse, couple of racks in it, and she hold me down whenever I'm broke shit. Time zone, back to my time zone. Back to my time zone, back to my time zone. I can see the jealousy, old friends turn to enemy. Now they think they fooling me, I play along, let them sleep. I know they running their mouth, those words are coming to me. I call them nigga my brother, they were a part of the tree, yeah.
Okay, can you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do?
Shimmy Choo, to be my name of my team. New York upcoming artist, from America, from the States, from the North, from the Northeast, from Dykeman, the Hood. Yeah, London.
So what made you get into music in the first place?
Love it, bro. Struggle. Seeing my mother. It was just always I grew up a little rough, you know, compared to my hood. Like all the old heads always tell me like, yo, you came a long way from a little badass kid running around fighting to who you are now. I just fell in love with something that I could do without people telling me, don't do that. Do not write that. Do not say that in a song. Like, it's just, I feel like music really discovered who I was as a man, as a person. And I feel like me grinding so hard, look at where it took me. I like in London right now, doing my own interview. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
And that shit makes me feel amazing, bro, for real.
So what would you say is your biggest achievement so far in music?
Well, this is one of them.
Okay.
Traveling like I said, by myself, doing these records with artists, and also just being somebody that everybody, when I first started making music, everybody looked away like, oh, like who the F is you? And now that I'm in a position that when I walk in the clubs and when I walk in the lounge, when I'm walking anywhere, people stop me, yo, you shimmy, yo, keep up with the work, yo, have an artist, let's work. And I'm the type of artist I want to work with everybody. So you an artist, come up to me, you want to work, I don't care where you from, my city, outside of the country, wherever, let's get this music, let's take music how it was back then. There's too much hate and pride right now, you feel me?
Well, the internet's made the world smaller now, isn't it? So.
Exactly, so now the internet made the world smaller, let's make these dope ass records, let's just push it out, and we got Instagram, SoundCloud, Facebook, YouTube, all that shit, the world star, everything, you feel me?
Exactly.
You could be the dopest artist from your city. Let's say you from Cali, I'm from New York. I'm one of the dopest artists in my city. Let's link up, let's shape the game, you feel me? Even though we up and coming, we not gonna get hurt. We on some greedy shit like, oh nah, F you, I'ma do my thing. Nah, we gotta link up, we gotta make noise.
There's enough to go around, everyone forgets that. There's so much to go around, so everyone just tries to keep it.
We gotta unite.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to, cause you got all these mainstream artists dropping mixtape back to back, and that they putting us up and coming artists in the shadow, like. Exactly. But if we team up and we work with each other, we do shows for the people, we're gonna make more noise than them. Cause at the end of the day, they celebrities, they got the money, they got everything they need, we don't. So we need to team up.
It's true, it's true.
I mean, that's my mentality. People don't think like that, but for whoever think like that, and if you watching this shit, just hit me up and we're gonna work.
Definitely, man. So what would you say is the easiest part and the hardest part of like what you do?
Well, the easiest part is probably to me is probably making the music.
Yeah.
Cause it's just the love and the passion I have for it. It's like, people always tell me also, yo, your passion is crazy. Like look now, I'm here for one day and I'm ready to hit the studio with artists from out here, and that's just the best. The hardest part would be is just, like I said, just the networking is easy, but with all this hate and pride going on, that's just a door that is halfway open, because even when you're trying to step in and work with these other artists, everything will shut you down. It's either they want to charge too much, or their management don't want to let them, or like see, like the thing is, a lot of these artists, they let their management run the game. Like, not me. Like, you want to make a record with me, you hit up my management, but even if you hit up my management, hit me up through Instagram, DM, Twitter, anything, Snapchat, hit me up. Get my number. I'm giving everybody my number to work. Let's work. You just hit me up. But that's probably one of the hardest things, that we got to go through that BS, that fakeness.
No, I see that, because when you're not like a big mainstream name and you try to mess with people, you get aired most of the time.
And it's like, you know, like I could really say, and I really thank God before anything, every time I reach out to an artist or an artist reach out to me, I never say no.
Yeah.
But you know, also, you also gotta be. They say I'm humble, but you also gotta be on top of your stuff. Cause there's a lot of artists who just started rapping. They just wanna use you for what you got, you know. And it's like I don't do that. I want to work with dope artists. It's like, yo, you got a record that's dope. Let's work. You got any idea? Let's work. Dope. That's like you got to be unique to work with me. Not just artists that's. I have had a lot of artists come up to me who's rapping like guns and all that stuff. Like really, like bro, that's not. Let's make music, bro. Let's make something that we could give it to a DJ and the DJ gonna be like, oh, I fuck with this. And that's my aspect of everything when it comes to this music.
See, my next question was gonna be, what advice would you give to the people? But you kind of answered that still. But
there's more advice that I could give, and there will also be one. It's just the fact that be humble. Don't. There's what I notice a lot too about these up and coming artists is that you have to have, you know, faith in yourself. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes they doing these so-called faith captions. You're just making people not want to listen to you, talking about I'm the best in my city, blah 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 blah. When you're not even getting views or, you know, be humble, bro. Like, and that's the biggest thing. Also, another advice is that a lot of people is only thinking about themselves. You know, I see a lot of these artists around my way only thinking about them, you know? Yeah. Like everybody always tell me I'm probably one of the few rappers. Shout out to every rapper in my city though. Much love to everybody who's doing their thing. And all these rappers worldwide. And also the ones who support and follow me. Make sure your people is on that level with you. You feel me? Because a lot of these dudes is just making music and just not focus on them. If you hear all my songs, I mention my team. I mention my team in every single song. Why? Because those are my boys, those are my brothers, those are my dogs. Like the same way I'm in the UK now and I have friends of mine. I don't consider them fans, like they friends of mine. Like they, like everybody in the hotel room with me and just witnessing something that means the world to me. Because this interview, after a long run, when I do get to that level I want to reach, everybody's gonna feel good because everybody was in that room, and that's how I'm going about this.
I hear that. So, what would be your dream collaboration, like dead or alive? You can maybe pick two if you want.
If I could pick two artists to work with right now, yeah, that's a hard pick. That's a hard pick. I would love to work with Belly.
Okay.
That he just got signed to Rock Nation. Okay. XO, the Weekends. He's the Weekends boy. I mean Drake, you know, those big artists. I would love to work with them. Who doesn't? But right now, if I could pick two features to really do something to shake the city up, would be Belly and Drake. Okay.
So where would you see yourself in the next 5 years from now?
Grinding, doing what I'm doing, but just in a better position.
Okay.
Hopefully, money. Hopefully, mom's in a big house outside the hood. That's what we all dreaming of. So. Hopefully, the same thing I wish for me, I wish it for you and everybody who's in this room. Success, you know.
The same way, man. The same way. So is the mixtape? So you dropped the mixtape yet?
Yeah, Back to My Town Zone. No, the mixtape actually dropped here first in the UK.
Okay.
And then it dropped in the States the day after. But the mixtape was really good. Like I really had a lot of fun working on it. Yeah, I just had to laugh about it because it was like long night studio session with my team and. It was just a journey. Like the whole mixtape story was a journey. The name Back to My Time Zone was that when I first came to London, I was like, yo, this trip really put something in my head right now. Look, and now when I go back home tomorrow, I could relate back to my time zone again.
Yeah, I understand.
So it just all fall in place. Like the same way I put the names on my songs is I don't know. You hear the mixtape is just an order. Like I put the record Used To as number 10. Because I've talked about my life, about people who I had around me. It was a good mixtape. I was actually surprised because a lot of the old heads called me like, yo, like they called me. I didn't even know how they had my number. Called me like, yo, you really did your thing. Like this sound like an album. It would even sound like a mixtape for a first project. Yeah. Which now that just motivated me because now I gotta grind harder. Because now I can't. If I do drop my second mixtape, if I just drop singles, it can't be no regular BS.
No, it's gotta be.
Now it has to be better than these first records and these mixtapes, so it could have more people eyes opening. So that's my goal right now.
We set the benchmark now, so
exactly. And sometimes that plays bad when you put that pinnacle on yourself. But yeah, like they always say, you your worst enemy.
Yeah. No, I think it's good to push yourself, man.
Exactly, you have to. Nobody's doing it, you gotta do it, you
Yeah.
feel me? So that's how I look at it, and that's how, like I always say, I thank God for everything. Right now, when I'm in this room, I always thank God for everything.
It's true, man. So have you got any more videos coming from them?
Yeah, I'm actually, we dropped it Back to My Time Zone video.
That was big.
Thank you, bro.
Big as well.
I like that, and that record.
You featured it on the blog as well, so.
Yeah, thank you, bro, for real. I appreciate that. We actually gonna shoot Provoking next.
Okay.
Which is record number 9 off the mixtape, and it's gonna be a dope video, dope visual. Everything's just gonna get better. You're just gonna see that's the beauty about having this internet, cause you can see. You go to my SoundCloud, my YouTube, you hear all my first songs. How everything got better throughout the years. You will see the videos how they got better, and that's my goal. I want people to see me reach. You know, like cause a lot of these artists they have what it is. A lot of these artists from my city, they got the money behind them. So they giving these niggas the lifestyle without working for it. So they do 1, 2 records, the dudes putting the money behind you, got you in a freaking foreign, jewelry down, you already think, they gas your head up.
Yeah.
So when it's time for you to really do a record, and cause they not there no more, you lost.
Exactly.
See, I don't have that, cause I push myself and the team around me and the people around me and everybody. Y'all push me cause I'm here, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I always appreciate y'all too for that also.
Yeah, well, boys, that's the last question. But you need to shout out like your websites where people can contact you and stuff like that.
Yeah, you could follow me on Instagram, Shimmy.Choo, Twitter, Shimmy Choo _. SoundCloud's the same, Shimmy Choo, YouTube, Shimmy Choo, Facebook, Shimmy Choo, everything the same. Email, Shimmy Choo 3@gmail, something like that. You'll see when you put it up. Just contact me, but the best way you can contact me through Twitter, through Instagram. Give me my number, we could work, man. Anybody, I just want to work.
Alright, man. Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Cool, man. Thanks a lot. Make sure you check out our blog, www.tcbents.com, and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
People that I've met were just the wise counsel and showing me the right direction.
Please.
Good question. I think